Hello, my lovely anatomists. Thank you for joining me for another video on respiratory system. So we're going to be taking a look here at the lungs, and we're going to do this with both a model and a diagram. So we'll have one more video to watch looking at diagrams together after this. So taking a look at this model here, we see, of course, the hyoid bone. Here's our larynx, the top of the trachea, and here we can see the trachea. If I open up and remove my heart, I do this dissection, I can see the trachea coming down, I can see the carina, I can see the main bronchi on left and right sides. I can see how that divides into the lobar bronchi, and then I can see that further division into the segmental bronchi. Okay, if we go back to putting our model together, we can see that we're looking here at the anterior view. All right, y'all, let's try again. So we're looking here at the anterior view of the lungs, but we can also call this the costal surface, where remember the term costal is talking about the ribs. The diaphragm is going to be the muscle that we see right here, separating thoracic and abdominopelvic cavities and assisting with our inhalation of breath. And so this bottom area here would be referred to as the diaphragmatic surface. Notice that the lung has sort of a point at the top, which we call the apex, and then it's more rounded at the bottom, so we would refer to that as the base. Now, we've already mentioned that the right lung has 3 lobes, so we see right here the superior lobe, we see right here the middle lobe, and we see right here the inferior lobe. You have what are described as fissures separating the lobes. So this fissure here is called horizontal fissure. Horizontal fissure is separating superior and middle lobes on the right side. And then we have actually curving all the way around at an angle, the oblique fissure. So remember, oblique is like angled. And so that's separating the middle lobe from the inferior lobe on the right side. Now the left side has 2 lobes. So notice the left lung has a little bit less lung tissue because the heart is taking up a little bit more of the left side of the thoracic cavity. And so we will actually see what we call here the cardiac notch in the left lung, making room for the heart. We just will have here a superior lobe and an inferior lobe. And because this fissure is curving around, we describe this as the oblique fissure. So on the left side, the oblique fissure is separating the superior from the inferior lobe. And that's everything we can see on this particular model. Stay tuned for one last video going over the diagrams. And as always, take care of yourselves and each other.